Readings from the book Master of Self Realization, Siddha Rameshwara Maharaj Lectures. Page number is 287, 67. Lecture Eknathi Bhagavat. Videhi Janaka. Janaka was an ancient king. Videhi means he was without a body while in the body asked, "What is this Maya which is so fearsome? Please tell how we can be free of this." At that time, the sage Antariksha said, "Your question is futile because you are asking about that which is not. That which is not has made all the world mad. All this is illusion. The entire world is merged in this illusion. The time, sign of zodiac, name, etc. of son of a barren woman is futile to ask about. Similarly, you are asking this. The illusion is like that. Is it possible to crush the head of your shadow? The daughter in law of a barren woman has delivered a son. The wife of Bhishma, who never married, is having breast milk. The wind should be put into a mill and pulverized. The grandchildren of an inch went to hide in the house of the sun. Those who take these things to be true may consider illusion as real. Illusion means that whatever activities we do, whatever we experience, all active happenings, and even we ourselves are futile. To prove that all experience in duality is false is the meaning of the word Maya. What Maya is to be told by the Vedas and the Guru. It is up to you to accept or not to accept what is told. In short, Maya means that which is not existing. Maya, which says I, is a very great illusion. Maya starts with M. Not to understand is Maya. Maya simply means ignorance or misunderstanding. Misunderstanding leads to misleading results. You like to feed the body because you say that I am the body. Accordingly, Maya appears to be real. It is only ignorance. What else is Maya? The individual, the Jiva, who is a monkey, is not ready to adopt his limited existence as Jiva unless he is subjected to some great upheaval or change. Only after suffering great misery and calamity does he feel that all is false. Then he knows that there is no happiness as such in worldly things. He then comes to know what Maya is. Maya herself says that she is not existent at any time. Maya means wrong knowledge, that is, no existence. Knowledge or Vidya has two meanings. The cause of Maya is delusion, and by the water of delusion, the tree of Maya grows. Foolishness is its branches, and sense enjoyments are its fruits. Brahman and Brahma have a very small difference in spelling. It is Bra or Bra. Brahma is illusion. They say, I realize the self, I did not realize Brahman. On the reality of Brahman only have all of these innumerable offspring been born. Objects of the senses are tied like rope by desire. It has its youth in the sense of I. Pearls from the waters of your marriage are taken to knit nets to ensnare. The gem on the head of the serpent, which appears to be true in the rope, is taken out and put in the braids. Maya has given birth to ego, her firstborn son. Mind and attachment are her other children. Moha or the attraction to the body is the son in law resident in her own home. The son in law, Javai, is one who goes via or useless. What is the meaning in all of this after all? It means that all of this is false. Maya wears the bangles of determination and doubt. The ego Jiva is dancing to the tune of the jingling of the bangles. The son in law is given the mind as a dowry. She has expanded solely on the base of the three qualities. This false Maya's nature is such that she affects the ignorant. How can we say that she is actually existing with the inner vision of knowledge? She is not there at all. How can we say that she is? We cannot say that she is. In order to go beyond this Maya, many have let their hair grow and undergone test by fire. They do know the Panchakshari mantra. This mantra shows that Maya is such that we should not ask any question about her. She is indescribable. We should not use words to describe her as she is not even fit for that. She was not there in the past or nor will she be there afterwards. To think that this world is real is Maya. The Vedas were asked what is Maya. They remain silent. What can we tell about the beginning of the river in the mirage? Its beginning is in the ignorance of the fools. In knowledge is her end. She appears because we conceive of something. We hear our own footsteps and like to see who he is following us. What a man thinks and imagines, that is true for him. He is confused there, he is afraid there. All this is the play of the imagination, or the original imagination is called the primal illusion or Moolamaya. When man forgot his reality, the concept of Maya arose. Then man thought it to be true. Maya means me. The wrong concept about ourselves here is the great error, nothing else. When a little piece of cotton is placed under a lens and the sun rays pass through the lens, the cotton burns. The five elements, this wrong concept is not there. In the pure Brahman, me is not. In the chains of ego, the worldly life starts. This me is something of the neuter gender. The concept creates a ghost out of nothing, and by only concept only it disappears. We construct by our imagination, try to digest it, and we cannot do so, we are afraid. There is no worldly life in the body, nor is it in the self. Desire and body ego create a feeling that the world exists. In a dream, the short period of 5 minutes may contain a prolonged period of life. When one is in deep sleep, neither the waking life nor the dream life are present. There one enjoys a certain bliss. In that there is the self and also the body is there, but the ego is not there. Birth and death are also false. As soon as the self is forgotten, the me comes into being, and that makes us see and experience birth and death. The involvement in worldly life makes the life extremely difficult. It has become very hard to go beyond it. One who becomes something is deceived by Maya. The lust for enjoyment of sense objects becomes powerful in the individual, and by that Maya's energy and strength are increased. They say that the image of Ganesha should not be touched without first taking a bath. But who sees that the little son of the potter was passing urine in the clay? In short, as soon as the jiva has limbs, arms, and legs, they are bound to grow. However, when they are not there or broken, how can from the beginning, how can one break them? How can there be any destruction? Another example is there of a man who gives one paisa, a fraction of a rupee in charity, with the hope that he will get 100 paise in the future. This is sheer ignorance. Maya is of this nature. To find it out and use some means to discard it is like an activity of a ghost. It is dissolved only by the advice, the teaching of the Sadguru. It is dissolved only by the advice, the teaching of the Sadguru. Is the activity in the dream true or false? Will it ever be possible to find out how and when the dream took place? How can one inquire about that which is false? There was a town that was never built. To whom should one ask why the town was not built? It is senseless to make such inquiries. You must understand that Maya is only imagination. Everything that appears is false. All is dreamlike. It is very hard to go beyond this Maya for those who take her to be true. Many people say all this happened or I said all this and then I was awakened. While one utters that I am, repeatedly they say that I have done everything. While I was calling myself as either happy or unhappy, I am not awake by the blessing of Sadguru. Say I am liberated. It is by the grace of the Guru that this knowledge arose. Otherwise, one thinks that Maya is true and real and becomes caught in the cycle of birth and death. To say I am my body means birth through a womb, but to say that I am Brahman is to be without that process at all. One who says this is the son of the Guru. To have the sense of I in Brahman is to be the individual a jiva. But when I is nothing, then all is Brahman. We should see what is the structure of the I. If I does not have any structure or shape, it is automatically proved to be false. When it does not have its own structure, how can we prove its existence? Therefore, any statement to be made should be after we observe the structure of the I. When I is gone, the whole world is gone. Because the entire world together with the I is illusion, it is false. Therefore, there is the saying, when we die, the whole world is drowned into nothing else. One who has dropped the sense of I becomes the real knower of Brahman. So, Brahman is attributeless, Maya is with attributes. Pure Brahman is experienced as pure consciousness. It is called Nirguna or the unqualified absolute without attributes. Illusion Maya is with attributes and is visible. What should be called Maya and what should be called Brahman? I will tell you. It is the mind which decides that Brahman is real or Maya is real. In the mind, not to make any statement is Brahman. to make a statement is Maya. So the lecture number, whatever we saw, 67, that took place on 1st October 1935. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.